I'm going to frisk you for that remark. And he frisked me there and then. He frisked me. And he frisked my table. And he frisked my Samsonite. He's frisking crazy, really, I think. He frisked the wall behind me. And he asked me if I'd frisk him. We frisked each other for a while. There was another damp patch. How is the lovely Helga, Russell?
She's very well, thank
Is she
you.
bearing up?
Oh, yes.
I'm worried about this relationship. I was just counting Russell's ribs one night, for insurance purposes, you understand. And I found 5 were missing. So I said, Russell, don't you realize that woman's eating you alive? It'll be your fingers she's nibbling at next. Then what will your piano playing be like? Well, he balked at that. Visibly, he balked. Then he began to sweat, visibly. I like a bit of realism. You are a heterosexual, aren't you, Russell?
I hate you.
That confirms it, then. And I said, you want to see a doctor, Russell, so we set off to the hospital, and on the way there, Russell broke down. So I had to walk the last bit. But we got in there eventually. I got Russell seen by a doctor, very nice woman, corduroy dress, but very nice. And she said to me, there's nothing wrong with this relationship at all. Russell could manage perfectly well without any ribs whatsoever, although he might need to wear a corset in later life. I thought, that's fine, I won't interfere anymore. And Russell's private life is his own affair. And when Russell turns up to work with an ear missing, I shall say nothing. And when that day dawns, Russell, as it surely will, when you're just a little stump, the size of a bap, scurrying about the place, I shall turn to Russell. And I'll say, Russell, you're fired. But it's only my fun. Do you want me to mop you up?
No, absolutely not. No.
This is one of Fergie's old maternity frocks, you know. Goodness knows what she's been mopping up with this, Russell. Now, I want to warn you about something that's going to happen next Sunday in a publication called The News of the World that I don't suppose any of you people read because it's an unpleasant, sort of scabby sort of paper. I'll tell you about it anyway, just in case someone you don't know very well comes round to your house with a copy. That could happen, couldn't it? Or you might be mincing down Mare Street in Hackney, and you'll see a copy fluttering in the gutter there, where it belongs. And you'll read this revelation about me, claiming that before I became the Joan Collins fan club, I earned my living making a series of pornographic films with Gordon Honeycomb. I mean, it's obviously ridiculous, and I would just like to state quite clearly in public that neither Gordon or myself have ever appeared in a pornographic film. Those films were art. I think that moment has arrived, don't you, Russell?
I do.
We'd like to take you on, you do look a mess. We'd like to take you on a journey with us backwards in time, backwards in time. Tell them about it, Russell.
Picture, if you will, Julian's school days. It was a rough, tough, barbaric world.
Indeed it was. Rugby and homosexuality were compulsory then, and frequently combined. I never did quite master the rugby. I was in the bottom team along with all the asthmatics. And in those pre-Clause 28 days, the words head boy had quite a different meaning. In fact, if you stood up in assembly and shouted out the words head boy, half the school would kneel. And most of them would kneel in front of someone called Jimmy. Jimmy used to drive a motorbike, and we would laughingly call him the leader of the pack. And this, then, is the story of the leader of the pack. Thank you.
Is he really going out with him? Julian, is that Jimmy's ring you're wearing?
No, it's not. It's my ring.
Gee, it must be great riding with him. Is he picking you up after school today?
No, I don't go to school anymore, Russell. I'm 28 now.
By the way, where'd you meet him?
I met him at the candy store. He turned around and smiled at me. You get the picture?
Yes, we see.
That's when I fell.
The leader of the pack.
My folks were always putting him down.
Down, down.
They were. They told me he came from the wrong side of town.
What do you mean when you say that he came from the wrong side of town?
Well, they told me he was bad. But I knew that he was just sad. In fact, that's why I fell for the leader of the pack.
Vroom, vroom.
One day my dad said, find somebody new for goodness sake.
Sake.
So I had to tell my Jimmy that we were through.
What do you mean when you say that you better go find somebody new?
Well, he stood there and he asked me why. But all I could do was cry. But I'm sorry if I hurt you, leader of the pack.
Vroom, vroom.
He looked rather sad as he stood there on that rainy, rainy night. And as he drove away, the tears were beginning to show in his eye. Well, I begged him to drive carefully, what with the weather conditions, but whether or not he heard me, I don't think I'll ever know. Watch out for that great big lorry, Jimmy. Too late. Well, I felt so helpless. What could I do?
Do.
Nothing. Just remember all the good things we'd been through.
After all the good things we'd been through.
All three of them. At school, they all stop and stare. Probably because I'm far too old to be there, but I'll never forget him. Leader of the pack. So anyway, punters, you see what I'm saying here? He was the leader of the pack, but now he's gone.
Leader of the pack, now he's gone.
He was the leader of the pack,
Now he's gone.
but now he's
Leader of
gone.
the pack, now he's gone. Leader of the pack, now
He was the leader of the pack,
leader of the pack,
but now he's gone.
Leader of the pack,
I don't know how else to put it to you, I'm afraid.
leader of the pack, now he's gone.
He was at one time the leader of the pack,
He's gone.
but now he's
Leader of
gone.
the pack, now he's gone.
It's no longer true to say he is the leader of the pack, because he's gone.
Now he's gone.
Well, he's dead, isn't he? Sorry to be brutal, but there we have it. He was killed in that terrible accident with the lorry, and he has most definitely gone, I'm afraid. There's no way he could have survived that accident. That lorry was huge. It was a dirty great lorry. Bike and everything was a complete write-off. I did manage to salvage a little bit of a mud guard, and I made myself a pair of earrings. But apart from that, there's no point in keeping up any hope at all. He has most definitely gone. And what all this means, the long and the short of it, is that I am now the leader of the pack, which is most unexpected, not something I aspired to at all. I haven't even got a motorbike. Bit of a break with tradition, isn't it? But I have got a Sierra estate, which is quite nippy, and there's plenty of room in the back. The boys can all fit in the back. That's what I like. If we've got some shopping to do, we can nip down to the shops together, as a group. Much better than everyone in individual motorbikes. Take half an hour to get into the leathers, and then inevitably you do get separated by traffic lights or junctions. Whoever's at the back will get stuck behind a milk float. You're stuck there.
Leader of the pack, now he's gone. 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 Leader of the pack.
Not my idea of a threatening machismo convoy.
Leader of the pack.
Nowadays in the Sierra estate, it's much better. I mean, we have the sunshine roof open. I'm kissed by the sun, if not by Jimmy, because he's gone. He was the leader of the pack, but now he's gone. I'll be gone myself in a minute. I thank you. He was the leader of the pack, but now he's gone. Goodbye, Jimmy. How kind, thank you. Just slipping into my day wear here. You're kind as well, aren't you, Russell?
Oh, thank you.
Remarkably kind. Every morning, Russell brings me in my breakfast on a tray, which, you know, considering he lives in Golders Green and I live in Marble Arch, it is an act of kindness, I think. He comes in every morning and he says, "What would you like for your breakfast, Julian?" Like that. And then normally I'm quite easy to please. I'm quite happy with a boiled egg or a bit of fruit. Every now and then I'll try and give Russell a challenge and I'll say, "Oh, I'd like a quail's egg, please, Russell. I fancy a fresh kiwi fruit." And Russell backs out of the room, as is his wont. And he comes back sooner or later with whatever I've ordered. Well, what happened this morning, I don't know why I was feeling a little bit frisky this morning. Had the devil in me. Russell came in and he said, "Oh, you've got the devil in you. I'll come back later." And he came back later, by which time I was famished, and he said, "What would you like for your breakfast, Julian?" And I said, and I'll never know why I said it, I said, "I'd like Anne Diamond's baby, please." Poor old Russell, he turned white as a sheet, even without his foundation on. And he backed out of the room. Well, half an hour later he came back, and there it was. Anne Diamond's baby on a plate. Well, he said it was Anne Diamond's baby. Was it?
Absolutely, yes.
Certainly ugly enough. And I looked at it and I pushed it round my plate for a while. My heart wasn't in it. Eventually I said, Russell, where did you get this from? And he replied,
Marks and Spencer.
Marks and Spencer. Apparently they've got a new range out. Celebrity babies under cling film. Esther Ransons are going like hotcakes. Poor old Anne Diamonds was found shoved, wasn't it?
Shoved.
Literally shoved to the back of the freezer with all the gâteau.
I had to stand on an old lady's shoulders to reach it.
I don't think we need to know that.
You wrote it.
But you said it, Russell, so... What does that tell us? Oh, you're being heckled, Russell. Do you want to answer that? Where did I get Russell? I auditioned him. Inquiry satisfied? You're being heckled now, Russell.
Who said...
From all directions. Where did you get that suit, Russell, and why didn't they have your size? Let's press on, shall we? I'm a press-on kind of comedian. You've heard of press-on towels? I'm a press-on comedian. I feel a finale coming upon me, don't you, Russell?
I do. Very strongly.
Very strongly. Well, to help us in our endeavours, would you welcome back onto the stage, please, the lovely Barb Younger and Michael Parker. This has been the Mincing Machine show, so we wrote a song inevitably called the Mincing Machine Song. I thank you.
Mincing machine, mincing machine.
I'm a mincing machine.
Mincing machine, mincing machine.
Are you a mincing machine?
Mincing machine, mincing machine.
I am, I'm a mincing machine.
Mincing machine, mincing machine.
There's a lot of it about. I'm not afraid to say it. I'd rather display it. My engine is running. My condition is stunning. It's not been easy saying it, but since I was 18, all those who know and love me have been proud to know that I am a mincing machine. They said, you're a mincing machine. I said, I am. I don't care who knows it. I'm a mincing machine. I'm feeling over-eager. Bring me small figure. It was all a myth about me and Mike Smith. It's not been easy making friends. I've not been to tea yet with the Queen. But she'd have me to dinner and a nightcap too. She knew that I was a mincing machine. She'd say, come to dinner, you're a mincing machine. No need to bring anything, just come as you are. The lovely Russell is straight, but that's just fate. It doesn't bother me, and he gets his fee. It's not been easy getting here, but Hackney had to be seen. Watch your step, mind how you go, but please make way for a mincing machine. I'm a mincing machine.
Mincing machine, mincing machine.
Are you a mincing machine? Well, that's just about brings us to the end of our evening's entertainment. It just remains for me to say, on behalf of the oh-so-lovely Russell, the lovely Barb Younger and the lovely Michael Parker, and myself, thank you very much, Hackney. I'm a mincing machine.
Mincing machine. Mincing machine.
Are you a mincing machine?
Mincing machine. Mincing machine.
I am. I'm a mincing machine.
Mincing machine. Mincing machine.
I'm a mincing machine.
Mincing machine.
Thank you very much and good night. Well, you might as well get your money's worth, I think. There's just one more thing that we could do, and that's a song called Uncanny and Unnatural. I thank you.
Call me affectionate.
I'll kiss you on the cheek.
Call me vegetarian.
I'll serve you up a leek.
Call me electric.
And I'll give you quite a shock.
Call me transvestite.
And I'll lend you my best frock.
Call me subservient.
I'll be right down on my knees.
Call me unhygienic.
And I'll give you VD.
Something strangers noticed as they peered into my prime.
Uncanny and unnatural, that's what I am.
Call me transcendental.
And I'll drop into a trance.
Call me merciful.
I'll give you one more chance.
Call me horrific.
I'll be Frankenstein's bride.
Call me hypnotic.
And I'll swing from side to side.
Call me well-developed.
And I'll let you feel my muscle.
Call me big-hearted.
And I'll let you play with Russell. Something strangers noticed as they peered into my prime. Uncanny and unnatural, that's what I am. It's the a cappella section. They've spent hours rehearsing this. I think it's paid off, don't you? The beauty of the human voice. A lot of baps there.
Call me secretive.
It's just between you and me.
Call me argumentative.
I'm afraid I disagree.
Call me into bondage.
And I'll tie you to the chair.
Call me into forum.
I'll put flowers in your hair.
Call me a taxi.
And I'll drive you round the bend.
Call me a mechanic.
And I'll show you my big end. Something strangers noticed as they peered into my prime. Uncanny and unnatural, that's what I am.
Ooh, that's what I am.
Uncanny,
Ooh, that's what I am.
unnatural,
Ooh, that's what I am.
uncanny,
Ooh, that's what I am.
unnatural,
Oh, that's what I am.
uncanny.
Oh, that's what I am.
This is choreography.
Something strangers noticed as they peered into my prime. Uncanny and unnatural.
That's what I am. Thank you very much.